It's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Wait, where have I heard that before?
It's raining inside our loft.
Less than ideal.
In fact, this work.
She's confident. It's been a difficult winter, so we're thinking that we might escape. So we've been having a bit of a break here in Agropoli, Italy, and it's been bringing up a lot of memories for me, especially as I lived for a while in Italy as a child. Things that I hadn't quite been able to put my finger on before, things that I half remembered. And one of the things that I think is increasingly significant to me is this sense of an aesthetic, which I have struggled in the UK to be able to articulate because it isn't a very British sensibility. I think that I've been influenced by some of the material culture surroundings of Italy in my youth. And I think here is a perfect example, next to this fancy wine and cocktail bar, of exactly what I'm talking about. A sense of things being slightly decayed, but not neglected.
Beautiful.
It's been a really emotional trip for me. Yeah.
Lovely. Such beautiful stone as well.
The more we've worked on the cottage, the more we've discovered that our preferred style or aesthetic is sometimes different to that of quite a few of the people around us. So I've been wondering over the last couple of years where this cottager aesthetics come from, because it simply doesn't feel British, or not modern British anyway. It's a building up of stories, of layers, of texture, patina, and what archaeologists call a palimpsest. It is a palimpsest of events that have recorded themselves into the fabric of a building, and I just love that. There's a sense of being able to see and read a building, see the layers of history that have built up, rather than just slapping a fresh paint of coat on everything. This attitude runs so deep in me that maybe it's not just Italy that caused it.
What's this going to end up as then?
A lustrous oak 17th century Bible box.
Well, what is it now?
A rather dull brown 19th century Bible box.
The world of Lovejoy, fraught with peril. Ian McShane is Lovejoy, starting Friday week at 9:30 on BBC One.
Long ago we used to work with more natural materials that hadn't been manufactured, and we used to apply them by hand. And those were more sort of intricately patterned finishes. They had little natural imperfections in them, and we sat with those comfortably, like they were part of the humanity of what we were applying to a surface. But now we've developed a taste for more uniform finishes, and those tastes have made us seek out more manufactured materials and develop more manufactured materials that are more uniform, present a more homogeneous face to the world. They are the glossy finishes of the modern world. If you like that sort of thing, that's perfect. But I've grown up, I suppose, with a different aesthetic. I have a different appreciation for more textured materials, things that are more organic, that feel more natural. And I think part of what's happened there is this early exposure to this really old culture with all of this ruin around, the decay and the passage of time that's had an impact on buildings that isn't from neglect. It's just simply, you know, something that you accept. But it's part of the natural order of things that materials age. There's a natural entropy that's revealed in the material fabric around us here, and that's beautiful. It's not just about aesthetics, of course. I mean, there are practical considerations too. Here, next to the sea, they seem to be able to get away with, fewer re-renders, fewer repaintings than we would be able to in the northern latitudes, like in the UK or in Holland or something. They have the ability because the conditions allow it to let things just bake in the sun for longer. Whereas for us, materials that are left out in the rain and the adverse conditions simply decay immediately. So thank you very much everyone for putting up with this little diversion into, well, it's almost the arcane worlds of Italian art history and architecture. But I think it's important for me to be able to communicate these ideas because it helps to explain some of the choices that we're making aesthetically, why things look the way that they do, why we're doing things in the particular way that we're doing them, and why, for example, in our kitchen we've got areas where the old paper on the staircase wall it's just left there. That might look untidy to some, but to me it tells the story of the house and who's lived in it in the past, and that's beautiful. So thank you very much for watching. If you're really into that aesthetic in the same way that I am, then please do subscribe for future updates on our house restoration and all the things that we're doing in and around the cottage. So see you again. Thank you.